What's up, y'all, and welcome to the greatest podcast ever, Above the Rim, where we hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. Man, we got a crazy episode today for y'all, but before we get started, I need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know who y'all want on the show next. But we got some heavy hitters today. We got some knockout punchers. We got some, man. Anyway, I got a surprise for y'all coming up on the show today. I got to read his accolades, y'all. I got to
Gonna get tired reading those,
I know it's a whole bunch, but listen. Undefeated, 42-0, 31 knockouts, 5-division world champion, lightweight, 135. I weighed 135 when I was in middle school. Super lightweight, welterweight, lightweight, middleweight, super middleweight. The first male boxer in 4-belt era to become disputed champion in 2 weight divisions. First male boxer in 4-belt era to become undisputed champion in 3 weight divisions. I ain't finished yet. Second man in boxing history after Henry Armstrong to become the undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes. Hold up. There's more. He captured 18 major world championship belts across 5 divisions, including the WBO lightweight champion, undisputed, WBA. Man, it don't stop.
Fight of the year.
The fight of the year.
SB
man,
best fighter.
Give it up for T-Bud, Terence Crawford. And we got another knockout artist in here today. He is 10-0. Am I correct? He 10-0 move?
Facts.
10-0?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I thought you lost to that one boy.
Nah.
You ain't?
That boy Africa.
The boy Africa. Nah, he's 10-0, man. He's one of the best upcoming fighters in the world. Y'all got to check him out. He's in the super lightweight division, 95 pounds. Give it up for Keith Cologne, y'all. Woo! Now I got a prize for both of y'all. A little gift. I don't know.
Yeah, it's right there.
I got both of y'all something from the boxing commission. See if y'all like it.
That's too high.
He looked right at it.
That's too high. It gotta be
It's
below
too high.
the
It
waist.
gotta be low.
Below the waist.
This is below my
His
waist.
waist too tall. His waist too tall.
Brought it up. That's too high. That's it, man. That's too high.
Oh man, but thank you guys for coming on the show. T-Bud, been a fan of yours for a long time. Moo, he's a fighter. He used to fight a lot back in the day in New Jersey, stand up. Got about 9?
Nah, I was a mixed martial arts fighter when I was young. But I did do the diamond gloves and all of that. But we're gonna get right into this, man.
Let's get to it.
Listen, we read all them accomplishments. What defines the GOAT to you for boxing?
Man, there's many GOATs.
Okay.
So it's hard to define the GOAT of boxing because each, I want to say, each season of fighters, I'm going to say.
Okay.
You got 80s, you got the 90s, the 2000s, and so forth. There's a GOAT in that, era. So it's hard to say which is the GOAT when this era haven't fought that era and that era haven't fought that era. When this era learned so much from the
other
eras
yes.
previous before.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. You can say this the GOAT of this era and this the GOAT of that era.
And
Why do people always want to compare the different boxers like from different eras when if they never box each other, how can you really compare them and say that, well, this person's better than this person or this person should be the GOAT? Like, we've said this before with basketball. Like, I feel like all the players who made it to the NBA, they're GOATs in their own right because they made it to a place where it's only 450 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they got to be some of the greatest of all time to make it to this level. So I feel like it's for you as a boxer, for you to make it to this level, you have to be one of the GOATs, regardless of what people may say, anything like that, because you made it to that top of the level. Like, it's so, being a professional boxer, a street fighter, those are two different things. You have to add the whole package in to be a professional fighter. It's not, well, I'm gonna just go out in the street and get it done. It takes a lot to be that professional fighter. Growing up, was that always your goal? You wanted to be a boxer, fighter like that, or did you have other plans?
Yeah. To go back on where you started at, it's just sports and competition. Like, everybody gonna compare previous, current, and future fighters in basketball, football, soccer. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you gotta be the best in other sports like football and basketball. I think politics runs a big factor in those sports. Boxing, it is what it is. It's you against, another person.
Yeah.
So long as you going in there doing what you're supposed to do and keep winning and knocking people out, they can't deny you. Which when you look at football and basketball, if you know the right people and you can play, then you can get in where you fit in. I always knew where I wanted to go when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in like the second grade, first grade, I knew I was a fighter. So when I started boxing at the age of 7, they will always ask me when you in school, hey, what you want to be when you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids, they say, oh, I want to be a fighter. I want to be a police officer. I want to be a doctor, a lawyer. I always wrote, I'm going to be a world champion.
Mm-hmm. World champion boxing.
I'm going to be a world champion.
That's tough.
It. So I always knew.
So was you, your first, like, as a kid, like, did you street fight a lot? Would you wrestle a lot? Like,
both.
Or you did both?
Always fighting in the streets. Always wrestling around with my family and friends and playing football, basketball. Like, typical kid. We outside with it.
And you from Nebraska?
You from
right?
West Bubblefuck.
Nebraska.
I never heard of no one from Nebraska.
For real?
No.
You never heard of
lying.
Nebraska?
Who else from Nebraska?
You lying.
Who else?
You heard of Gabrielle Union?
Gabrielle.
She from Nebraska?
She's from
Omaha.
Nebraska.
Damn.
You heard of Warren Buffett?
He from Nebraska?
Omaha.
But they don't rub it like you do though. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Well, everybody
Nebraska,
know
that's the
Warren
Cornhuskers. That's see, I remember playing with that team on the football game. That's the only thing I knew about Nebraska, because they used to have one of the coldest football teams. So
what like how is Nebraska? How is Nebraska? Like, what's the culture there?
It's the same like anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's why when people come there, they be so surprised.
Mm.
Because it's a city just like everything. Everywhere else is just not as many people, not as busy, things like that. But everything that happened in the bigger cities happened over there.
Is it like mixed? It's like a mixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
you have a lot of brothers and sisters growing up. You was only child.
I got 2 sisters.
Two
that's
sisters
older than me.
How was that having
boy?
the 2 sisters in the house?
It was crazy, man. They used to beat me up.
They used to beat you up?
Yeah.
Like, just straight up?
Yeah, they was tough.
So they was fighters too, or that what got you into fighting?
Oh,
they was fighters too, but like in the streets, they was fighters.
It's crazy because I had seen like an interview a while back where they actually said like your mom used to like pay kids in the streets to fight you. Yeah.
Nah, she's just like not to fight me. Like we have gloves on and stuff like that, and she'd be like, "Hey, you know what I mean? I'll pay y'all if y'all can whoop them."
Yeah,
that's tough.
You know, so it's like
it's just the upbringing.
Anyone got close to whooping you?
Nah,
Never.
So your whole
he ain't gonna
life,
admit it. He ain't gonna admit it.
Who?
I said you ain't gonna admit it.
Nah, I ain't got.
It wasn't one that we was like, nah, this was a tough one.
Not at all. I'm not losing in front of my mom when I'm a kid.
That's
She
a
gonna
fact.
whip my ass, especially if I
Word
make her
up.
lose some money. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
I was about to say,
That's
you
a
lose
fact.
this fight, I'm gonna whip your ass and
She don't even
his.
gotta say it. She don't even
Yeah.
gotta say it. You know, you just already know. Like in the hood, like you not
Yeah.
in my yard too. You're not
Yeah, nah.
about to whoop me in my yard in front of my mom. And
Being that we talked about that, right? I know you said your mother had a different way of trying to motivate you, right? I seen like an interview you were saying like you were trying to like at one point prove like make her say I'm proud of you.
mm-hmm.
How did that affect you growing up? Like you just said, fighting those different people and everything and fighting in front of her.
Everything that I went through as a child shaped me for the person that I am today. You know, I look at all the things and the hardships that I was going through with my mom and when we was getting into it and things like that. It just built toughness, especially mental. You know, if I can go through what I went through with my mom and things like that, like nothing that somebody say or do can affect me when I'm locked in. So I'm locked in and it just like chaos over here, but I'm like focusing. People be like, man, how you focus and not get distracted or get like undetermined? It's like, cause I've been dealing with chaos my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm used to it.
And I resonate with that because my mother was the same way. She never said she was proud or whatever. She never said I love you, same way like you said the interview. So every time I was doing stuff, I'm trying to prove to her. Like I remember I first made the basketball team and I was like, Mom, I made the basketball team. She's like, you made the basketball team? Get a job. I'm like, Mom, I got a scholarship. She used to always tell me, quit basketball, get a job. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna get a scholarship. You don't gotta pay for college. When she got all the, the mail and came in, and she was like, oh, you going to college for free? I said, Mom, I told you I was gonna get a scholarship. So when I seen your interview, I showed it to my mother. I'm like, yo, because people don't know when you constantly trying to, and they look for that person to say I'm proud, and you never get it. You're gonna keep going more and more and more. So
keep chasing it.
My like you just said, my friend like, yo, there's nobody that could get you mad but your mother. I'm like, yeah, cause nothing no one could say. I done already faced the worst stuff from my mother, so it's nothing no one could say. Yeah. So like I know exactly how you feel.
Kev, you've been boxing for how long? Keith, I said
Kev.
Please forgive me.
Exactly.
You've been boxing for how long?
Since I was 12. Yeah, we say 12.
Did you watch him a lot? Is that what inspired you to want to box and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. Even now, people come to me like, "Oh, who's a fighter that you watch?" Mm-hmm. Copy their style in a sense, and I tell them the person that I can most resonate with is a guy like Bud. He's good at a lot of things. He's not like spectacular, just that one thing. You got some fighters that just got spectacular speed, good footwork, good defense, good speed, and not only that, he fight both ways also. So I'm like, that's something that I always felt like I wasn't blessed with a God-gifted talent. But if I got time, I'm gonna find something. If I got 12 rounds, I'm gonna find a gap or a hole in your game. Feel me? So for sure.
So he's a prototype for a lot of champion boxers. What is two things from him, his style of fighting, that you really focus on to try to add to yours?
It ain't even nothing like speed, it's just patience. Mm-hmm. You see in this boxing game, you got a lot of great guys, but they front runners. They good the first six rounds. Mm-hmm. He fought Gamboa, he fought Sean Porter. These was tough fights, but he found a way. And once he found it, he jumped on it. And that brings me to my second thing. It says you gotta be a dog. You gotta be cool with being in a fire. You gotta be good with being hit. You gotta be a little crazy, do the things that because sometimes you just gotta slow things down. And when you win it on first 4-5 rounds, everything just coming fast.
How do you? So for the people watching, how do you slow a fight down? Because most people, when they in fights, it's usually
Yeah.
30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, and they high-winded because they doing all that. It's not strategic or anything. So how do you, for the viewers, slow yourself down, your mind down, so you could focus while you're out there fighting? Because fighting in the streets and a quick fight is different from actually boxing, and that's why they call it sweet science of boxing instead of fighting.
I mean, the things that I do is first I take a step back. You know, I'll take a step back, put my hands up, cool. Like, I already know you got that nervous energy. You're gonna be extra fast. I might feint you, you know, just to now I got you on edge, you know, I'm gonna make you bite on something. But I ain't even gonna take it. You know, I already know I'm just throwing different things at you just to keep bringing you down. I know by the second round, third round, that's when now you're gonna start coming to like a more natural state. You know, because when anybody first 2-3 rounds, they dangerous. They fighting off of nervous energy. You know, so you gotta be smart. You gotta be calm and understand, like, this a long game. We got 12 rounds. I ain't trying to land my best punch right now.
So you think a lot of times, both of y'all can answer this, a lot of times in street fights, people trying to throw haymakers and try to get them out of there quick. And then boxing is more so, I'm taking my time and I'm trying to find openings to piece them up. Like, how does that go?
Shit, man. If the opening is there in the first round, man, I'm taking you out. On the street fight, man, it is what it is. Like, I'm not about to be sitting there trying to figure out what you want to do and stuff in the street.
You just going straight at it.
It's so quick. So quick.
What's harder? Street fighting or
boxing? Street fight. Because you don't know what to expect.
There's no limits, no
legs, knees, elbows, teeth. All that.
You don't know what
it ain't. Yeah, there's no rules. Ain't no rules.
Right. So what's your first thought if you in a street fight? What's your first thought?
Right hand, left hook.
First thing is get close to him. Yeah. Just get close.
Get inside.
Just get close to where I can, you know, I can hit you, I can slam you, I can, you know what I mean, put my hands on you. Because you never know. You don't know if they got a knife, a gun.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Anything.
You gotta be.
So, you know, for me, I just want to be in range. Yeah. So, you know, I can, you know, be at my best, you know, at defending myself.
Yeah, and did you get, I know he said most fighters be nervous in the first round, etc. Did you ever get nervous? Do you get nervous in the first?
I'm nervous every fight.
You know,
like,
it's a saying.
Like, is it like, what type of nervous? Like jittery nervous?
Yeah, it's just like jittery because you don't know. Like, any punch can change your life. Yeah. Like, this ain't basketball. You can't call a timeout if you get hurt or anything like that. Like,
facts.
You know, people that died in this ring. Like, people that got hit behind the head and, you know, bleeding on the brain. Like, them things really happen in real life. Like, so, you know, going into a ring, it's like really life or death.
Yeah, I think who just spoke on that? Was it Haney? He got into it with Shannon Sharp.
You talking about the person that was
Shakur? That was Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, he was saying how every time you step in the ring, you know, you fight. It's a fight for your life or something. Like that. You know, because a lot of people, I guess, they don't really understand the effect that punches can have on your body. You know, like the liver not supposed to be hit. The liver not supposed to be punched
at all.
on.
Yeah, that's why they ain't got no muscle around it.
It's not even that. Just getting hit in the back of the head. You know, it just could take, like how you said, it could be a little tap. You could be in the clinch, right? A dude could hit you like this from the side of your head. And over rounds, it's just that continuation. Mind you, you had a whole camp. You had a whole camp where you going through the fire. You're not your best. You getting big guys, fast guys, small guys, punches. So people just see the fight, but really it's a process, it's a build up to that.
So, like, since you mentioned Shakur, when he was talking, they were talking about style, right? What's your thoughts on style, like, and the preference of fans, or, you know, Shannon was saying, like, you got to be exciting, you got to sell tickets.
When you look at the martial arts of the sport, the game is to hit and not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's boxing. You know, so when people claim that they been a fan of boxing for so long and they know about boxing, the ins and outs of boxing, you ask them, okay, well, what is the objective of boxing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is the rules of boxing? You start asking them these type of questions and they don't know. You know, what is boxing? What is boxing creative on? You know, hit and not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the boxing. That's the aspect of boxing, and people, they don't like that because they were spoiled by people that didn't have the skills to hit and not get hit. You know how hard it is to be in front of somebody and your reflexes in your eyes and your distance, you know, is telling you, oh, here come a punch, slip. Here come a punch. I can't slip it, but I can catch it and I can block it. You know, that is real life hard to do. Like somebody fainting, somebody like at a high level, like it takes a lot of skill and talent to do that. So when people say, oh, well, man, that's boring. It's like, okay, well, you go in there and try to do it. You know, you try to go slip, you know, a punch that's coming, you know, 90 miles per hour. You know, you try to go slip a punch, you know, that's coming that fast. You try to go, you know, block punches that's coming, you know, at such a force that it knock you out if you get hit.
You're still feeling the punch.
Why you tired?
Why you blocking, right?
Yeah, why you tired?
Why you tired? Let's do that. Why you tired?
Ooh.
You know?
That's a fact.
So it's like a lot of people criticize boxers, you know, for not getting hit, you know, but then when you look at it, if this boxer get brain damage or, you know, pass away in the ring, they're gonna go home to their family. They're gonna say, oh man, I was sad. I was at that fight. But all in all, they was entertained for that 36 minutes.
Yeah. And now the fighter done lost his life or something.
Yeah.
Something that happened. I think just sports in general, people don't necessarily, unless they've been between those lines or been in the ring or on the mat, they don't really necessarily appreciate it. And like it's like boxers, I think they don't value boxers. I feel like they should, because
like they used to.
Yeah, they used to, and like they should.
Yeah,
because it take a lot. Like people, y'all put y'all bodies through so much. I believe that boxing is probably the hardest sport. The hardest sport, you know, because every muscle is getting worked every single day, and it's really about how bad you want it. You know, your heart,
feet, ankles.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, what kept you going for so long, and then what's keeping you to be on this journey? Because you just really starting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's motivating you to want to keep going with this boxing, knowing that like one punch could do some damage to you and stuff like that?
So what's keeping me going first and foremost is like like he said, like I ain't do nothing yet. You feel me? 10-0. If I'm being realistic, everything that I've done, I'm supposed to do it. You know, 10-0, 10 knockouts, I was supposed to do that. You know, now we talking about the world titles, and now that right there is what separates legacies. Like, all right, now, you know, it's a lot of people that got the 10-0. It's a lot of people that got to contend for a world title. And for me, like, I'm still back home. I'm still in Newark, you know, so I'm still grounded around my people. Ain't nothing changed for me yet. It's just more fame. That's really it.
Yeah.
But I'm still in the same position, same grind. For me, I walk the same steps every day.
Is it days where you like, damn, I don't want to do this, but I got to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to because this is what I signed up for. Because every day ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you up and ready to work out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like it's a misconception with boxing. You gotta have balance. You know, you can't be like just drilling yourself, going 4 hours in the gym, then going home and film, study, And then waking up, strength train, you feel me? You gotta have balance. You gotta be in the gym, go live your life, come back. Because that's what's gonna keep you motivated. That's what's gonna keep you intact. Because when you come back, you gonna full force, like, oh yeah, nah, go work out, this, that. I'm locked in. After my work, I'm watching dudes spar just because, you feel me?
Trying to see how you can get better.
Yeah, so I feel like with balance, that's what really keep you on point. People look at boxers and think like, oh yeah, you ain't supposed to be doing this, or like you be boxing, you ain't supposed to be eating this. Like, you don't even know. If I really do that, my career probably ain't gonna last 5 years. Cause I'm gonna be done. You know, so for me, it's balance, understanding when to pull back, when to lock in. That's really it.
Now let me ask you, as one of the GOATs of this era, what's your preparation? What was your preparation journey like?
Man, I'm all gas.
You going full speed?
I'm just saying, everything, my whole life was dedicated to boxing. You know, so like I was a gym rat. You had to get me out the gym. Like, I'm in the gym every day. You know, I'm watching tapes and then going back and do the same thing every day. So yeah, but I stayed around for legacy, you know, and big opportunities, not only for myself but for my family, as in any other sport. Like, once you get to a point in your career that you accomplish your dreams, and that's was become a world champion, then you start having other goals, and then you start going, okay, well, like, none of that really mattered. Like, where the money at? Like,
yeah.
You know, like, I became a champion. I got a ring. You know, I did that. You know, but now I gotta solidify my family for when I retire.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring the money in. Let's fight for something. Like, you know, let's put some more icing on the cake. I want to go for another championship or another weight division, or you know, become undisputed. So then those goals start accumulating, and then, you know, once you figure that you done enough, then you call it a quits.
Did you were you somebody that wrote down your goals? Did you express your goals to people, or is that you just said, you know, fuck it, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna just make sure I got the right people around me so I could do it? Like, as far as the coaches, the trainers, and all that stuff. No. Was you a goal person?
No, I never wrote nothing down. I never. So how I do it is, let's say I move up in weight and I win a title in a different weight class. Then we got like, all right, we sit down and we're like, all right, now what's next? And we're like, man, we now might as well go be unified. All right, so now you a champion in my division. Now my next goal
is to beat you.
Is to come and get you. So, like, short-term goals, like, I never, you know, was thinking too ahead of myself. You know, I wanted everything to be present. Like, all right, what can I do right now? Okay, the ultimate goal is to be in the Hall of Fame. That's the ultimate goal, to be recognized as one of the all-time greats. But right now, he on my hit list. That's what I need to focus on. So after I beat him, then it's another goal. All right, so now what? All right, well, let's be undisputed. All right, undisputed. Now what? Let's go conquer another weight division. You know, so I do a lot of short-term goals and stuff, so I don't get ahead of myself.
Too far, yeah.
So money wasn't ever a motivation for you?
No, not at all. You know, not at all. Not until I got a little older, closer to the end of my career. Like, I took pay cuts on so many fights because the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew that after my career, I'd be happy with the accomplishments that I've had in the sport of boxing. Yeah. And it all paid off. You know, just got to keep, you know, working hard, and sometimes you got to bite the bullet.
Yeah.
But if you stay true to yourself, everything will come full circle and you'll get what you deserve.
Yeah.
Were there times where you just felt like, man, I'm not getting the credit, and I'm out here, I'm killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
The
not
credit,
getting
the marketing, the exposure.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like?
Did that make you want to like be like, because I know some players with basketball, if they're not getting that attention or anything, they're like, man, why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? But like, did that ever deter you from your goals, or like, did that inspire you more, motivate you more? What was it about people not really putting their attention on you?
Yeah.
Because you ain't lost a fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think when people start really locking in, and it's crazy, on you as a fighter, is after the Erroll Spence fight. I think after that, everybody was like, oh, shoot, he for real. But it's like, hold up, how can you say he wasn't for real before when he was already undefeated? You know what I'm saying? So
Undisputed.
He said what?
I said undisputed.
Yeah, like how do you?
I feel like when, I want to say it used to bother me at first with Erroll Spence, because I used to just be like, man, I used to feel like they was using my name to build him up at first. Because if you remember, I was already undisputed. I was already a two-weight world champion. Before I came in the division, I was already, somebody that people already knew about. I was already that person. Now, marketing wise, like he was marketing way better than I was, because they was pushing him because he came out the Olympics and things like that. So my name was definitely out there, but it wasn't probably in the urban community as much as, Spence, because he got the Cowboys and he got, them promoting them, and then rappers he was around. So people was more in tune with him because he was getting pushed to the media. Now me, I didn't like to do a lot of media. I didn't like to talk, too much. So people that was diehard boxing fans knew who I was and things like that. Just
the average fans.
The average fans, you might got, a few that knew who I was, but, they knew, but you got this guy over here that somewhat in boxing, he didn't know. He like, nah, I don't know who that guy is. But
do you think it's these other fighters had more of marketing machines behind them?
Nah, I think some of them do, but like you gotta get out there and you gotta get you a team. Okay. Because you sign with a promotional company and you think that's their job is to promote you, which it is, but they only gonna do so much.
So you really got to do everything for yourself.
Yeah, you got to get out there and push things yourself. Like, I think for me, I always felt like you as my promoter, you supposed to put me in the right position to be as big as I can be, and I shouldn't have to do too much and nothing but focus on fighting. When you look at other sports, all you had to do was play basketball. You didn't have to go out there and really do too much of promoting yourself and having a team and making yourself bigger than what you are. You could do other things outside of the court, but your main objective is the hoop and win a championship. Yeah. So me winning championship after championship after championship, it's like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, y'all need to do more, and when your own promotional company is telling you, you need to become something that you're not, and that means talk crazy and be something that you not cool with being. Like I'm not doing this for show. Like if like I say something, I'm gonna mean it. Like it's not a clown show. Then it hinders you, but I used to get mad like sometimes, and I used to be like, man, fuck boxing. But then I came to the conclusion, like, man, they don't give a fuck. People gonna talk regardless, whether you're winning, whether you're losing, whether you're training, it don't matter. People are going to talk. Like, you can do absolutely nothing and the right things all your career.
Yeah.
And once you get to a certain point, people are going to talk. They're going to say, oh, I don't like his haircut. I don't like that outfit he wore today. I don't like the chain he got on. People won't criticize you no matter what. Yeah. So you got to get to a point where you're comfortable in your own skin and comfortable with what you're doing and who you are as a person, because that's not going to never stop.
Yeah. Like
no
you
matter
said,
what you do.
It is different styles, because like with hoops, and they got the branding of the NBA, they got the branding of the teams, and then you got players like him and Shaq that might be out there doing all this extra stuff, but then you got brands like Kobe Bryant and brands like Nikola Jokic where they don't do nothing, but like you said, their brands are being promoted by the bigger brands. So with boxing, it's harder because it's just one of you, and they're relying. Like you said, they should be relying on you. You should be able to just fight, and they should be promoting your brand. But it's at the same time, you got an extra heavy lift, but you probably wasn't even focused on that lift. You know.
No, I just think it's just a part of them not knowing or not believing that you was gonna become as big as you is, because if they did, it would be an investment. If I can see the future and I know that you're going to be as big as you are, I'm going to push you to the media. I'm going to push you to the mass. I'm going to promote you to where you're the biggest star that ever lived. You feel me? Because I know that I'm going to get a big return.
On your investment.
But if I don't believe in you and I believe in him, then I'm going to push him, because he might be from Puerto Rico or a different country, Mexico, and he's coming with another country, and it's easy to promote him, you know? So I'm going to promote him more than I'm going to promote you. And then when it all said and done, you was the one. But you was the one that wasn't getting promoted as he was.
Exactly.
So now it hindered you as a fighter going forward, because now, you know, you right here, but you really up here.
Yeah.
So then when you in the negotiation table, you know, they say, oh, well, your number's this and your number's that, and everything.
That come into play.
Yeah, all that.
For sure.
You know, well, you only sold this, you only sold that. So then it hurts you because you got all the accolades that support your argument, but you don't have the numbers supporting your argument.
Yeah. You really got to have you got to have everything lined up as far as with marketing, promotion, the right type of team. Is that why somebody like back in the day, what's his name? Only in America. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Don King, man. Only
I'm about to say, hey, I'm like boxing, wrestling.
No, Don King. That was from White Chicks. The movie White Chicks. But like, was he really that type of promote? Was he really good at what he was doing? Or was that just the fighters he had?
Don King had some great fighters, and he promoted the hell out of the fighters that, you know, he had. And so
How
much
old
as
is he? He gotta be like 105.
Nah, they like 90. They like 95.
He gotta be old. He was with Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier.
But when you look at all these big time promoters like Bob Arum, like you know, all of them, you know, Al Heyman, Don King. When you look at all the pinnacle promoters at the top, they all have their fighters that they pushed, that they really had the money behind. But yet and still, they have those other fighters that didn't have that same experience. That was like, man, they didn't do me like that, man. They didn't push me like that, man. I didn't get the right love and support. So it's gonna always be that way, because like boxers, they only one person with a team, you know. Sure. So they rely on their team. When they have so many fighters, they rely on their team to see the talent in certain fighters. And unlike Don King, Bob Arum at the shows, he watching every fight.
He watching all the fights.
He watching all the fights. So he can see and he can say, oh, he got something.
So
you know?
what would your advice be to any young fighters or even like, you know, him as far as promotion and marketing, like, because it's really a full-time job if you working out, boxing, training, and then you trying to worry about marketing, you trying to worry about putting your name out there. Like, what would your advice be? Like, how should a young fighter in this era,
social media era,
with all this stuff, should they do their own promotion? Should they be out there kind of like how rappers and entertainers was when we heard the stories back in the day with, hey, I'm selling my CDs outside, you know what I'm saying? Do you think, you know, he should be doing his own promotion, and then once he, you know, find somebody that he should go with, still do his own thing? Or like, how should, you know?
It's harder in boxing to go out there and do your own thing. It take money, you know. I think as a young fighter, you should focus on fighting. That's me, you know. But at the same time, utilize social media.
Yeah,
you know, you can be posting your training sessions and workout sessions and things like that when you're running. You know, motivating the people. That way, you get a following early in your career, to where people start taking notice of you, and you make your presence bigger when you start, you know, getting on that bigger stage. So if he's already putting the work in, you know, or he got somebody with a camera, or he got a team that's, you know, following them and things like that, then they feel like they are part of the journey. So as he grow, the fan base gonna grow, and the ones that started, they're gonna
remember.
word of mouth. Hey man, y'all better take notice of this dude. You know what I mean? Like, I've been following him since his second fight. Like, he's the real deal.
More grassroots.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, people can see more of you. The more people see more of you, the more that they're gonna want to see more, and the more they're gonna tune in and tell people. And then once everybody start talking about you, and you still, you know, they go to your page, and you know your numbers is going from 10,000 to 300,000. Then when you start really making it big and you fighting on TV, then everybody gonna be like, that's what I was talking about. That's the guy right there. And then that's how.
So, like, you know, being an underdog, right? When was the fight that you felt like I'm not an underdog anymore?
I ain't never thought I was an underdog.
Oh, that's
you know,
I don't think he ever fought, but I think
my mental.
Think what he's saying is like, he's saying from like
the media perspective. If they
like
categorize
the Canelo
you.
fight, because a lot of people say, "Oh, Canelo too big," and I'm like, they the same height.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, how did you manage that? You know what I'm saying? And what would your advice be for younger fighters who are going to have to end up going through those same things? Because, you know, I just feel like as a basketball player, if I'm knowing I'm finna play, let's say the Lakers back in the day when we played them in the finals, and I'm watching on TV and they already got them winning. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of like more motivation, but at the same time, it's like, well, shoot, we still got to try to beat them. And they end up winning the championship that the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. When was the fight that you felt like you proved to people who thought you was an underdog?
I think when I first came on the scene, when I got the opportunity with British Prescott, you know, in 2012, I felt like, you know, that was the one fight on short notice that catapulted me to, you know,
where you got to
go where I went, because that's where the opportunities came, is me taking that opportunity that people said I shouldn't have took, and going in a dangerous fight and being victorious.
I seen a lot of interviews where you say this guy, like certain guys didn't punch hard, but I'm like, I seen these people knock out people. You like, his punches is not like that hard. Like, how do you how did you prepare? How do y'all prepare yourselves for punches? Like,
you don't prepare yourself for punches.
know what I'm saying? Like, y'all taking some hit, like, as far as like
Because
heavy.
he's saying like if you feel like these fighters that people say punch hard and you saying they didn't punch hard, he's saying you had to have done some preparation.
Like, how do you?
It's just some people can take punches, you know,
better than
different
others.
than others.
And at the high level too, it's like, you know, everybody fast, everybody punch hard. You know, when you coming up, or even if you find somebody that's not even on your level, it's more so you get a punch or hurt if you don't expect it. You know, but if I get hit with something, I already know 9 times out of 10, if he hit me with a right hand, a hook coming. I've been here before, practice it. So if I even got hit, I'm probably already going overhead. I'm expecting it. I don't even see it, but I expect it.
How do y'all slow it down that fast? Because these punches is not coming slow.
Practice.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just literally said, yeah, I know he's going to throw the right punch, so I know this is coming next. So, like, most people, they see the right punch. Like in a street fight, they see one punch. They ain't thinking about, oh, he finna come with this next. Let me get ready to guard myself.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's more so, you could tell a lot by a person's body, you know. They throw this, he too far to hit me. Let's say if he hit me with a right hand, all right, 9 times out of 10, he gonna come back with his left hand. So I'm either looking for a left hook, left uppercut. Very rare somebody come back with a right hand and a jab. You know, so you just gotta be on point. It's like,
shit, I do that all the time.
But that's because you're a great fighter, though. That's the psychology of it. You a great fighter.
I just think, you know, as a fighter, you know what can hit you and what can't when you out of position. You know, every time you throw a punch, you open for a punch. So if you get hit with a shot and you got your hand up, you know what other shots can hit you. So you prepare for them shots, you know, and you know, okay, so like he said, if he hit me with a right hand and I got my left hand up, he can't hit me with the left hook, because right hand, left hook is what we taught as little kids. Come back, you know, it goes together, like 1-2, like left, right, you know. So I know if he throw the jab, he might throw the right, or he gonna jab, left hook, right hand. So it's like combinations that we've been taught as a little kid, you know, that we already prepared for. And the thing is, it's just relaxing. Yeah. You know, some people be uptight to where, you know, they reaction time is off because they, you know, you want to be relaxed, you know, that way. You know, when you get hit with a shot, you can roll with it. You know, take some power off.
So that's why they say you got to be like water or flow state or whatever.
You don't want to be tight to where you get hit and it's like boom, then you be like bam. You want like when I hit Canelo when he turned. You know what I mean? You want to roll with the shots.
So was that what he did right there? Was he rolling,
anticipating the other shot?
So but you hit him with the punch.
Boom, and then he came back like this. So he was anticipating me coming back with the next shot. So when I hit him, boom, I hit him, and then he like in his mind, just body like already was talking to him. So when I hit him, boom, he was like boom. Then his body already was going into the next phase. Like
see,
bam.
when we looking at the fight. And you hit him and he looked back, we looking at him. I'm thinking he like, God damn, I hit you with this shit. That's what I was thinking, like, damn, Canelo like look back like, damn, this nigga fast. And I was not expecting that. But okay, so you explain that. Okay.
What was your hardest fight?
I would say gotta be between Gamboa and Mean Machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made those fights difficult? More difficult than the others?
Gamboa, he was short, he was explosive, he was fast as shit. And I haven't been in a ring with somebody of that caliber at the time. So I had to figure it out. You know, I had to stay composed, I had to stay focused, I had to not get rattled, not get bothered by what was going on in the fight. I think Majimov was not too hard. He was just like,
he was everywhere.
Like awkward, just. But Mean Machine, he was real patient. He was like boxing, but at the same time, I'm going into a fight thinking this dude is a brawler, like this dude a puncher, like he was timing me, so I had to just bite down and just go out there and let my hands go and make it a dog fight.
What about the Kell Brook fight? I remember you was telling him like, damn, I ain't expect, like, it was something that you say he was doing. He's like, I ain't expect you to be like that sharp. Or...
No, his jab, he had a sharp jab. But I wouldn't say Kell Brook was a hard fight. I knocked him out in the 4th round. He just had a good jab. And
he said distance. That jab was cool.
Yeah, it was. Can you explain to some of the viewers out here? They might not understand what sharp means as a boxer.
Like sharp, like your distance, your reaction time. Like the snap on your punches, like the level of velocity that you throwing at and getting your defense back together. So if I'm got my movement, I'm and I'm right back aware, slip. You know what I mean? They be like, man, he's sharp right now. You might look at a fighter and they be like, pat, and then you see the openings. But some fighters, you'd be like, man, he's sharp. Like, he's reacting to everything. Like, you faint, and he already reacting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be like, yeah, he's sharp.
But, like, we got to talk about going up to different weight classes. How hard is that in the preparation every time?
It's not hard for some fighters because 9 times out of 10, we already coming down from a higher weight class to make a lower weight class weight anyway. So in some cases, not all cases, in some cases, when you move up in weight, you stronger, you more energized, you can think
when you
better.
Move up in weight?
Yeah, when you move up, because you don't have to cut so much weight.
Okay.
So if you don't have to cut so much weight, you can get more out of training. You can get more out of eating, your recovery, your nutrition, your recovery. Like, you don't have to put so much into losing weight. So in some cases it benefits you, but in some cases, it hurts you because you're too small.
So what's the craziest? Some fighters be talking about crazy things they did to drop weight. What's the craziest?
He did something crazy. He must have did something crazy.
Nah, man, I ain't do nothing crazy, man. I almost died before.
What?
From trying to drop weight?
Heck, shit. When I made 135 one time, I was in Texas fighting this guy, Sanabria. And I was working out and the scale was wrong. So I had to go put some plastic on. And that Texas heat.
And you was like running, trying to lose the weight with the
plastic I couldn't even run no more. I had to walk, and I was just looking at Bomac now. And they was like, Bomac got tears in his eyes, and he was just like, man, it's over with. And I was just like, I can't do it no more, bro. And I just sat down, and we go to the weigh-ins. I was 133.
Damn, what the hell?
I told you the scale was off.
Oh, shoot.
So, like, man, like my body started shutting down because afterwards I just drunk some water.
You was doing water. You was fasting a lot?
Yeah, I didn't eat.
Doing everything.
So
how do you not eat and you gotta fight and stuff? Like,
man, it's a sacrifice.
What type of fast? 36 hours?
No. It probably was like
just once 24.
Probably like 24. I was drinking a little water and stuff like that. But yeah, man, when I weighed in, like, after I just started chugging, my body just started shutting down, like my cramping up, and all that. Like, I didn't get to eat. I didn't eat nothing till like 11 o'clock that night.
What was your first meal?
I don't even remember.
Talking about Popeye after the game. I mean, after the fight.
No, before
when he finally ate.
Yeah, like I was messed up.
So like after you make weight, I be hearing about it. I don't know how true it is. Like, people just go crazy and eat and do all that stuff.
You try to when you get to a level where you can have your nutritionist there and people that knows how to, you know what I mean, give you the right foods, you know, you just go wild. Man, I'm drinking, eating everything I can because I want to put the nutrients back in me.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get back to feeling good because I'm feeling weak. I'm tired. You know, I'm just about to be just eating. You know what I mean? Eating as much as I can.
So that's what a lot of fighters do. So they really be over the weight when they on the night of the fight than they do on the weigh-ins and stuff like that.
For sure.
It was some boxer. Remember he posted he was trying to make weight. He was in a bath of
people do crazy.
What was
crazy
it though?
stuff.
It went viral. He was in a bath for like it looked milk. It looked like milk, and motherfuckers was like, "Come on, yo, that ain't making you lose weight."
Yeah.
Sweet
I tried that before.
Which one?
The Avalon, the
Abilene.
Yeah.
I know that was Micon. We gave some to Micon. He put it on. He was trying to lose weight.
That'll just make you lose like extra weight during that workout. But that ain't nothing crazy though. But sweet sweat is good too. Sweet sweat, yeah.
So why do they call it the sweet science of boxing?
Like how you said before, it's an art. You know, it's easy. You could tell anybody go outside, hey, yo, throw 3 punches. But if you tell them to slip 3 punches, they look at you like, you know,
how do you do that?
Yeah, they wouldn't even know where to start. So that's why it's a sweet science, because it's really an art to this. It's not just about landing punches, right? I had a coach a while back. He had me just watching fights, but I was only looking at feet, distance. You know, how to get away to get immediate distance, how to close distance. You know, in this game, the great fighters, they make out power, but talk about the GOATs, they move their head, their hands, and their feet simultaneously. You know, just repeating things over and over again. It's a sweet science because it takes a lot. It's not just one thing that'll make a great fighter. You got distance, speed, power, being able to adjust. You know, multiple factors play into, you know, being a great fighter.
So are you and Javante, y'all in the same weight class?
Nah, he like
135.
135, yeah.
So he's lower.
What are you?
He's heavy.
126.
Okay.
It's one guy seen him fight Tank, and everybody was saying that he should have won that fight.
Lamar Roach.
No, it was Mexican.
Oh, you talking about Pitbull?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
You see that fight?
Yeah. Tank was hurt.
You said Tank was hurt, right? I was at the fight and I was like, man, he got Tank body red as hell. He was body shotting him. But after the fight, they gave it a decision and he ain't fighting no more. Is Pitbull one of the hardest hitters in that division, or he just a tough fighter?
He's a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter.
It don't seem like he just eat punch. He just keep going, and you know it's a
he's a tough fighter. But I also think that that was just a bad last minute replacement. You know,
he didn't have enough time to train.
He was training for a whole different style, and then I forgot who he was fighting before that, and then that fight fell through, and then it's like, all right, you got Pitbull, you know, and it's like, but when you look at him, it's like, but when you in the ring,
you totally different.
Yeah, he throwing hard punches.
Yeah,
for all 12 rounds.
Yeah. Hey. How do you deal with that? Like, how do y'all deal with that? Like, let's say you in camp, you preparing for a fighter for a whole 8 months or whatever. Then next thing you know, you fighting somebody that's totally different, a different style, different way they throw punches. Like, what do you do in those moments?
Yeah. Go back to the amateur days when you don't know who you gonna fight. When all different styles is put up against you every day. You know, where you don't know who you're gonna fight and what style they gonna bring. You got to be able to adapt. That's when the experience come into play.
For the your last fight before you retire, right? For the non-boxing fans, explain exactly what you accomplished, you know, that time. Because I'm always trying to explain to people how great that moment was of you solidifying that. But I know it's hard for a lot of people, you know, being able to hold in those titles and all those different.
To be able to go up 2 weight classes, essentially 3, because I don't even fought. And 154 one time. So to go up 2 weight classes and to be a guy that's never lost in that division for undisputed,
Never lost.
That's really unheard of, you know. And me being the smaller guy and the guy that a lot of people thought I was going to get knocked out, and I was biting off a little more than I could chew. The odds was stacked against me. I wasn't the favorite in that fight, you know. So it was history because it was my 3rd undisputed weight division that I conquered.
Yeah.
5 different world championships in 5 different weight classes. So it was a lot riding on that fight. Yeah. And that fight,
and you held history. You held 4. The belt. It was 4 belts? 5 belts.
Yeah.
So when they say they're relinquishing belts or taking away belts, like, does that mean they actually come get your belts?
Nah.
Oh, I'm about to say, man, I'd be done got pissed off if somebody came and took my belts from my career.
Nah, belts is trophies, man. Yeah. That's all it is.
So when they were saying that, when that came out and they said
they just take the title, that's all.
So it count?
Take the title.
Oh, so that someone else
you still got all your belts. It's just that they... and also,
they say you're not the champion at this.
How does this work too? Let's say I know this never happened to you, but a lot of people this happened to. Let's say they lose the fight and they're the champ, and like let's say they had that belt. Do you get a whole new belt?
Yeah, you get a new belt,
and they get a chance to keep their old belt and say I was just okay.
So like say you the champion, and me and you fight, I beat you. I get to take your belts with me.
Out the ring and all that.
ring, take a picture. Then afterwards, we gotta get them back.
And then you gotta pay sanction fees
every time you fight.
You gotta who fees?
Sanction fees. I'm
every time you fight.
with the committee
boxing,
and all that stuff.
Boxing,
even to keep the belt.
Like homeowners association fees.
Every time you fight.
How much is these sanction fees?
3%.
3%
of
every time you fight once you're a champion.
Dang. We fighting.
So do y'all get paid to win championships?
Yeah.
Bonuses?
Yeah, y'all get
a bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just imagine every time you win a championship, you gotta pay them.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm like.
They get a bonus.
They get a bonus and they ain't did nothing. That's crazy.
Every time
they got
you
a belt.
Foot. When you defend your title, you gotta pay.
You gotta pay it.
Yes.
What? Dang. So how does it feel to have your hands registered? Y'all have to have your hands registered.
That's a myth.
That's fake.
Yeah, that's
not true.
No, they be like, oh, you can't fight that. Your hands.
So when was that? Did that never happened in life? Like people don't have to register their hands.
Have you ever heard somebody say, "I got golden gloves"?
I heard it was a guy on my basketball team, my rookie year. His name is Brandon Hunter, God rest his soul. He said he was a Golden Glove boxer. Like, do you get Golden Gloves? Like, what does that mean?
No, in New York you do.
Man, stop it, dude.
In New York you do. I'm trying to tell you.
Stop it.
What is Golden? Like, you
Listen,
don't get no
Golden Gloves is a boxing tournament.
Yeah. Oh, it's a tournament.
It's a boxing tournament.
Golden,
you know what I mean?
Oh, so
like
I thought that mean like you made it, like you professional.
You
got the I got my Golden Gloves. Man.
You got Golden Gloves, Diamond Gloves, Silver Gloves. That's
so
just
it's like
that's the name of a tournament.
Industry, how they got going platinum.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
No, Golden Gloves is a national tournament. You feel me? So when people say they got Golden Gloves, you be like, yeah, you know they not no boxer.
Oh, that's good.
You know, people used to do that. Had this use it as a scare tactic.
He got a Golden Glove right there. Is that
New York? Trying to tell you.
Listen,
he from Omaha.
So in New York, you get Golden Gloves.
Call Africa.
What do you get a Golden Gloves for?
No. So you know how you win the States.
What do you get a Golden Glove?
Hear me out. After you win the States,
okay.
Right? You know how sometimes you get a belt?
Yeah.
They give you actual Golden Gloves.
Okay.
That's how it was before.
For a tournament, right?
Yeah, for a tournament.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, again, You know, you got golden gloves or you win the golden gloves for a tournament.
Yeah.
People
But you
talking
don't got-
about they got golden gloves and they ain't
Like a
even
certificate.
Oh, yeah, nah.
they ain't even won a
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah, okay.
You feel me? They ain't
Okay.
even they ain't even real boxers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Golden
got
glove
gloves.
champs.
You
Yeah.
know what I
Man,
mean?
the
Like,
world is messed
it's
up,
a
man.
scare
I'm
tactic.
that's
Just
what
like
that
he
is.
just said, all right, man, I got golden gloves. Okay, cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I won the
With
golden
the-
gloves. That's like what
Yeah.
somebody would be like, I won the golden gloves.
I'm finna
And what
start
year?
telling people that.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
In
Golden
19
gloves,
something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? This
White
guy
glove.
won the nationals.
Yeah.
You know, then you can say,
Okay.
you know,
So
Man, that's fire.
who are some fights, some people that you that you wish you would have got a chance to fight?
just
I know.
Pacquiao.
Just
it.
Pacquiao?
Mm.
Yeah, that's the only person I wish I would have got the opportunity to fight.
You feel like you would KO him?
1,000%.
1,000.
1,000%. So
God
would you fight?
damn.
Would you have fought Floyd?
Back then, nah.
Why?
If the opportunity came, yeah, but
You said back then, no.
yeah, he was already like about to retire and stuff like that. I was more so
Coming up.
keyed in on Pacquiao since 2016.
Since
No, 15.
since you brought up Pacquiao, he had just did a podcast a couple months ago where he said that Floyd avoided people during his time, and he said Floyd was a self-proclaimed GOAT.
Yeah.
Do you, since you wanted to fight Pacquiao, did you ever try to fight him?
For sure. Like numerous of times. We were supposed to be lined up to fight each other and everything, but it didn't happen. They didn't want that fight.
Who was they?
Like
the-
his
the
team.
people?
His team.
Okay.
You know, my promoter, our promoter.
Yeah.
So you say you would have knocked him out?
I felt like I would have, you know, just because of our styles. You know, Pacquiao is a great fighter. Like, I'm not going to disrespect him in that light, but me as a competitor, I felt like I would have knocked him out.
I see every time, you know, after a boxing match, like Floyd is big for saying this. Oh, he's a good competitor. And I feel like he'd be saying that to kind of like wave him off like, he was all right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the respectable thing to say as a boxer. But when you beat somebody real bad in the ring, do you be like, I knew this was going to happen? Or it's like...
No, man, Floyd is just, he's just great.
You
You know what I mean? Just because Floyd beat
Yeah.
them fighters like that don't mean they not good
they're not
fighters.
good fighters.
Right.
You know, Floyd might have had a little trouble from the start or something, or he seen something in that fighter that make him say that. But all these fighters at the highest level is good fighters. You know, so he's not lying when he say, "Oh, this is a good fighter." You know, he just paying homage and giving them the respect that they deserve, because just because you can't beat Floyd Mayweather, that don't mean you're not a good fighter. Like, look at Canelo. He lost to Floyd, and he went on to, you know, do a lot of big things in boxing. So one loss don't define the caliber of fighter that you is.
So I know you haven't been knocked out. Do you think knockouts change fighters'
legacy?
No, just how they fight,
Fight
after
style?
they get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
most guys,
Yeah,
they
for
don't,
sure.
They don't be
Yeah.
as aggressive, or you know.
For sure. They be glove shy. You know, when a fighter, you know, get hurt in that magnitude, you know, it changed some fighters. You know, because when you look at it, you see some fighters that got knocked out, you know, that came back strong and still fighting the same way. Pacquiao, one of them. You know,
That's true.
When you see,
He had a bad knockout.
But he got knocked out before that. You know, earlier in his career. But when you see some fighters, it changes up they fighting style. Some fighters like, all right, well, you just gonna have to catch me. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to show me you're gonna knock me out, because if not, then I'm gonna knock you out.
It's crazy how it works because even some fighters, once they get knocked out, like like once I touch that chin, you won't fall. Like
some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
And it affect a lot of their reaction time sometimes. So it definitely could change somebody's fight style.
Scared and stuff.
Yeah.
You be like, man, this dude don't fight the same way like he used to.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Where's all that testosterone that he had? You know what I mean? Tenacity. Take away from him. It takes something out of him at times.
Would you rather get knocked out or choked out? Like in MMA, like rear naked choke.
I'd rather get choked out.
Tap out. Shit. That knockout. You gonna be feeling that motherfucker for 3.
Yeah, I'd rather get choked out.
You rather get
I feel like
don't rattle
too
my
much.
brain.
Yeah, too much come with a knockout. Like it's more like you could be messed up for life.
Yeah.
Never talk the same. Can't even think the same.
But see, it just seems crazy because I'm just thinking about somebody having me like this.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I'm asleep.
You ain't never played that. You ain't never played that game when you put people.
No, I ain't let nobody put me to sleep, man.
Right.
So we used to. So when we was in school, somebody died like that.
What?
They hit their head, but we used to put people to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You bend over, you take, some breaths and. People cut your.
That's Nebraska shit, yo. That's Nebraska shit.
All over.
Yeah, no, we ain't never played that game.
We don't do that
we ain't never played that game.
I bet you they used to do that where you at. Man, that shit was worldwide. People used to just, you know what I mean?
We play open chess. I don't know if y'all remember that game. We play open chess.
Just punch somebody in the chest. Yeah.
Ask some of your
We
elders.
from the same place.
Ask some of your elders. Did they ever used to play the games where people put people to
Y'all was
sleep?
putting people to sleep.
I'm telling you.
Motherfuckers ain't waking up.
So somebody like
No, not some rear naked choke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People put people to sleep, and you know what I mean. Somebody, bam, when they fail, they hit their head.
Shoot. So y'all would rather get knocked out than choked out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask
you,
this.
Moo?
Yeah, man, choke.
Shit, I'm tapping out, nigga, as soon as.
No, I'm just saying.
Shit.
If you was to say, all right, let me knock you. If I was to tell you right now, let me knock you out. Let me punch you real quick. Because what if you don't go to sleep? Now I gotta hit you again. Let me knock you out, or let me rear naked choke. If you rear naked choke me, it's gonna be like a couple of seconds. You know,
I'm saying we're in a fight. I don't know.
Oh, in a fight?
We fighting.
In a fight, you're not doing none of that.
What you mean?
In a fight, you're not doing none of that. You're not choking me out. You're not punching me.
I'm saying
out.
like if we had a fight and somebody choked you out.
Oh, if we in a fist fight,
you
gotta knock me out.
That's what I'm saying. Not just a straight like
you gotta knock me out.
We standing here.
Shit,
Would you rather get knocked out or choked out?
I never lost a fight. Motherfucker put me in a submission in a fight. I got asthma. You gonna kill me.
Yeah.
As soon as the motherfucker release me.
You lying.
That's a fact. I done did that.
You lying. Because he didn't really choke you.
He was shit.
Nah, you lying. Because
I'm not lying.
I can tell he lying. You know why? Because if I'm choking you, I got your life in my hands.
Yeah.
So if I got your life in my hands and I'm really choking you and you like,
yeah.
When I let you go, you gonna think twice. You gonna be like, damn,
this nigga
almost killed me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gonna be like cautious. You ain't gonna be like, let me fight you again, because he might choke me again.
It's factors,
and if he choke me again, he might not let me go.
It's factors though.
So he probably was like, man. In my mind, I did that, but
nah. You gotta think. It's factors though.
Hey,
you know, I'm a 3rd degree black belt.
Man, I don't care about none of that. You better pick up a stick and whoop him with it or something. Don't let that boy get close to you, choking you out. In a real fight, we talking about a real fight, 1-on-1. Ain't nobody jumping in. Now, if you got your boys and they helping you, if me and you was fighting 1-on-1 right now, and I'm choking you out like, yeah, nigga, you gotta shut up. You know what I mean? And I let you go, you go.
So I see. What
and then everybody looking around like
you get up and be like, you knocked him out.
No, you get up and punch him.
Nah, ain't no way.
Yeah, he ain't getting up
twice. That's what he's saying. You gonna think twice.
I ain't thinking twice about it.
Nathan.
You said after he was choking.
The thing when I fought, the only thing that really messed me up is grappling.
You got asthma too.
It's grappling,
He
and
choked
if
you,
someone
really.
get me in a submission, no one could. It
Physically,
wasn't no
like,
fight. You seen
Yeah.
my records, bro. Like
mhm.
me fighting is only submission and grappling.
Yeah.
So when motherfucker got me, I gotta find a way to get out. The nigga, when I told him, bro, that I'm about to die and I had asthma, and once
You
I'm
wasn't
like, yo,
about to die because you was talking. You can't tell somebody I'm about to die if you get choked.
no,
really.
of course.
That's what
Come
I'm
on,
saying,
bro.
man.
You gotta think.
No, I did
Of course he
choke
don't
before.
got. Of course he don't got me. Like when I get, I know how to get out of submissions and stuff.
Man, you
So if
can't
I
get
got
out
it
of
right
a
here-
rear naked choke.
You can.
No, you can't.
You can,
Name
bro.
one person that got out of the rear naked choke that was really getting choked. Name one.
If you got
Name
someone like
one.
this,
You
bro, all
still
you
not-
have to.
you still
I
not
could tell
landing.
you. I could show you a way. Grab the shoulder.
Let me
grab the
grab you.
motherfucker elbow.
Let me do it right now. Let me see you get out.
He said, "Let me do it right now."
I'm too tall for you.
Let me do it.
Shit, you
Let
can't
me-
reach.
Let me do it right now. Let me see. See, he faking.
Nah,
He gonna
nah,
sleep
nah.
on this motherfucking floor.
That's crazy. So in a real fight, you said you would rather get knocked out
Yes.
than choked.
Yes. If we in a
If
street
we
fight,
if we scrap it,
I'd rather you knock me out than choke.
then choke.
1,000%.
Okay. What about you?
I don't know. I can't see either. I can't.
But I'm saying,
No, if you had to go with one.
if something had to
I
happen,
feel like it's more disrespectful if somebody
choke
sleep you. Yeah, that's it.
That's why I was saying earlier. Like I don't know if
somebody
if
sleeping-
somebody put
Nah,
You
you
didn't
bro.
sleep
say it like
this,
that. You didn't say it like that. But I'm saying if I'm fighting somebody, you know what I mean? We tossing, we throwing
Yeah.
punches.
Mhm.
I just got caught.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But if I'm in the street fight and we tussling and
He get
he's
behind you and
Yeah,
choke you
and
out.
he's choking me out,
yeah,
he got my life in his hand.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna
I'll take
feel
that.
some-
Yeah, I'll take that on the chin.
I'm
too.
gonna feel some type of way internally because I'm like, man, this dude could have killed me. If he
Yeah.
don't let me go, he can kill me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a fight, it's just like boom.
Man,
if
he
he knock
caught
me
me.
out, it's cool. Like now, if he knock me out and he's
And he keep
stumping
going,
me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then that's a different
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that's too much.
If we fighting and this dude somehow get behind me and choking me out in a street fight
Mhm.
and he put me to sleep,
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel some type of way. Cause I'm like, man, this dude could have killed me.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
If you had to fight someone like
If
Dwight
I
size,
choke
man.
him, he's done. There's nothing he can do. I don't
Yeah.
care who you is. If I get behind you and I get my lock in, you can't do nothing. You're going to sleep, bro. You never seen somebody get out of a rear naked choke ever before in life. You can't tell me one person that was
You seen
really
that?
getting choked.
You talking about get out of a
Yeah.
rear naked. Once they got that bitch locked and it's under the chin,
Right.
you ain't getting
Nah,
out
once
of
it's under the chin, it's over.
Hey, it's
But
like
once they get up under there, and it's gonna
like,
be quick.
It's
too.
gonna be quick. You ain't never seen no MMA fighter like they be like. Now you didn't see them go to sleep, not tapping. You didn't see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
But man, them dudes, man, if you know how to choke somebody, you get choked out real quick. Like
Don't take
it ain't
but
gonna
2-3
be.
seconds.
if you had if hypothetically, if you had to fight someone that was like his height,
My height.
Right.
He
What
trying
would-
to get
what
on
would
the
you-
inside.
what would you do?
He trying to get on the inside. I
Yeah.
feel like he
Knees?
would try to
You-
get on the
you
inside and do
Going for
body
the
shots.
knees? Nah, nigga, he chopping them knees down.
But as a boxer,
I don't feel
I
like
feel
Like in
nah.
a street
In
fight,
The street fight is
what you doing?
different. The street
in
fight
a
is
street fight, I
different.
don't think he would just. I
street
think he
fight, I
would,
can do whatever I want with them.
Yeah.
he would try to pick up something.
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
In a street fight, I think he would
I
try
can
to
do
pick
whatever
up
I
something.
want.
think
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
think he would necessarily sit up there. I think he'd just pick up something and try to get it over with quick as possible.
If we close quarters, I'm gonna crack you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna take my chances
Yeah.
because I know you ain't used to getting punched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if we squaring up, I'm gonna be like, shit, I'm gonna look around. But if I don't, you know what I mean? But then it's gonna come to a time where it's like, all right, well, you know what I mean? We just gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah. And
I know I'm trained for this.
Yeah.
And I know you ain't. So my thing is, when you swing, I gotta catch them openings.
Yeah.
You know, don't let him grab me because he big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just hit him where it hurt. You know, but off the rip, you know, I'm gonna try to clean you off the rip. Boom.
One
You know what I mean? Because I know your body ain't used to that shock.
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
how big you is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom, you get hit with a clean shot without gloves.
For the obviously it's the social media age. When you see things like the Jake Paul stuff, right? What's your thoughts on that?
He making his money, man. He bringing more, excitement and attention to the sport of boxing.
Okay,
Like,
so you support it.
At first, we didn't like it. We was against it, but, he's bringing that attention from
Exposure.
different demographic people that's not really in tune with boxing to boxing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, what he's doing with the promotional company, with the women and stuff like that, like, man,
You gotta respect that.
Yeah, I respect that.
What do you think about his fights with like
the older?
I think that now I could see like a lot of people say, well, he was fighting older guys, but then I'm looking at it like I respect him because he actually getting in the ring and fighting, regardless if it's older guys, younger guys. He's still getting in the ring and fighting, at the end of the day. And he training as though he's a real fighter. So I feel like from watching that stuff, I was like, man, I respect somebody that came from the YouTube space he didn't grow up fighting. He didn't grow up with none of that stuff.
They was backyard brawling.
Talking about Jake now?
Jake Paul now. They was
but I'm saying like he didn't grow up like saying I would be a boxer. He did his whole YouTube thing and then he started actually training for boxing and he was, I felt like for somebody who didn't do this their whole life, I respect he got in the ring with Mike Tyson.
But see, this is
still
the thing.
Can hit him.
This is the thing that I tell people about the Jake Paul when they ask me about him going to the ring with people that he was way bigger than and people that was past their prime and things like that. There's no different than when a boxer first turned professional, he's fighting these fights to develop, that he know he gonna win, but he just developing.
Yeah.
It's the same way with Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So what about
people seeing him as this superstar and him making all this money and him making a big impact of the sport? Yeah. They wanted to see him fight real fighters.
Yeah.
Now, but it's like he really wasn't ready for that. Yeah. He had to work his way and get better and better. And Jake Paul was getting better. He have gotten better. Yeah. Over the years because he's been taking the sport serious and things like that. So when he got in the ring and fought Anthony Joshua, you could see that, the skill level was way too far from him for him. He shouldn't have been in there with Anthony Joshua, at no way. But I agree with Jake, taking the fights with the type of guys that he was taking the fights with. I wish they was a little bigger instead of, the weight being so far apart. Yeah. But him taking the fights with the older fighters and the fighters that can help him grow and learn, I'm not against that at all.
Was you one of them people that thought Mike was going to win?
Nah, Mike too old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You thought you knew he was going to beat Mike?
Yeah,
some people.
I actually thought he was
really
knock
trained though.
Like, me too.
I thought it was a couple times where Mike and him wanted to hit each other.
Yeah,
but it was like, no, I'm gonna save it.
I seen him fight in person. Puerto Rican. And I said Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico.
We was there.
Oh, we was at
the one where he knocked him out in the first round?
Man, that dude punch. He can punch.
Yeah,
Jake,
we saw,
right?
yeah,
Jake can punch.
Crazy.
He got a good right hand.
He can punch.
Yeah, you got a good right hand.
I was like, man, this dude punched. He punched kind of hard. And he's not slow as he was on TV. And I was like, man. And then I just kept thinking about that. I was like, man, that's why he be knocking them dudes out.
He got a good punch.
So then I looked and I said, man, he gonna knock my boy Mike Tyson out, man.
Do you think I think the world probably would have went crazy if he would have knocked him out.
Yeah. But he really trained though.
He wouldn't have got respect.
He turned from a YouTuber to a real deal fighter.
That's why I respect what him and his brother.
The wrestling.
just because they done took everything that they did and maximized it to the max, or however you want to call it. But it's like the WWE wrestling. Logan in the wrestling space, he became really good at wrestling. We went to his first match in Tennessee when he jumped off the top rope. I'm like, yo, this dude never did this before. He's out here jumping off the top rope. Jake Paul is fighting different. Tyron Woodley, he fought the NBA Nate Robinson. Yeah, like, you know, these guys are just doing anything, and I just took that as motivation. I always tell my sons, I got 2 sons about the same age. Well, they are the same age. They ghetto babies, ghetto twins.
He said they ghetto babies.
But I always tell them, look at how these 2 brothers are with each other. You know, they pumping each other up. They got each other to a place now where they could go and pump other fighters up and other people. Like, that's the route. Yeah, that's the route right there. So, shout out to Jake.
Is there any amount of money when you like older, right? That will get you in the ring with Jake. You know,
I'm saying, you said when I'm older, like,
or even
like I wouldn't like
ever do that.
Coming back at 50 something to get in the ring with somebody just for the money to mess up my legacy like that. Now,
what if you 45 and you get offered $200 million?
He ain't doing it because he ain't.
It ain't worth the
risk.
I feel like he never did any of the boxing and any of that for the money. I feel like that was just added to it, because I look at T like somebody that was like, man, I want all the belts. I want to be the greatest to ever live. Bump all this. I can be everybody. But now, as he got older, he like, shit, this money, I need this so my kids' legacies and the stuff that they want to do is in place. Because, you know, I grew up in the era where we wasn't getting big contracts. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up. So now the guys is what, 200, almost 300 mil for 5 years. That's unheard of. 5 year back then, my 5-year contract was
role
85.
Players getting 100 million. Role players
5 years, 85 million. Now
that
somebody get 5 years, 251. So it's like, it seemed like the priorities changed, but you always kept your priority, which is being one of the greatest boxers ever. So we appreciate both of y'all for coming on today.
When you heard that drop on the Kendrick song, with your first time listening, what was your reaction?
That wasn't the first time that I've been featured in a song. Yeah. So I was just like, ugh, that's hard. You know.
Did you know whooping feet meant?
Shit, not at all.
Me neither. What the fuck is whooping feet? That's some Cali shit.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what I mean, did my research and stuff.
Nigga said,
that.
I'm whooping feet. I'll be doing that.
You know what it mean when you say it in a song. You get a glimpse of it.
How does it feel being in songs and stuff like that? Like when you riding in your car, you know, like, yeah.
That's my favorite. Just got you just be like, man, that's dope.
You hear that song? You hear that song?
Nah, I would do that. Like they all hit me.
We
up.
got out here. What's your predictions on young fella over here? As far as, do you see him being world champs?
To be honest, I ain't never seen him fight. He always calling me out when he seen me.
All right, so we gonna break this down like this, right? He always be trying to say it's me. I was in that house one time. I'm laying down. He come trying to take my slippers. I'm like, yo.
I didn't try. I took your slippers.
So is he a bully?
He be trying to bully.
Yeah.
He be trying to bully. You ain't bully me.
I did bully.
I was damn near asleep.
I took
just
your
came
slippers.
back from a workout, chilling on the couch.
Took your slippers.
I hear him, but like
I bullied him.
He over here like, hey yo, what's these? I'm like, come on. Yo, back up, son.
He's trying to get his pocket in his chain. Also, what's one or two things that all boxers, young boxers, these kids coming up, what's two things that they should absolutely be doing every day as far as, like, let's say shadow boxing, working on defense first? Like, it's in order to get a foundation with boxing, what should they start with?
I mean, all of that is You know, you gotta do everything. You gotta run. You gotta be in shape. You gotta drill. You gotta shadow box. But I really say, first thing first, you gotta just get good people around you. If you don't got at least one person around you that's gonna navigate you and not just look at you as a dollar, then you gonna make it far. He gonna put you, or she gonna put you in, you know, places where you wanna be, like this. You know, they gonna make sacrifices. You know, they not gonna look for nothing in return. It's just gonna be like, all right, how can we get this person to the next level? How can we get them there? How can we get them an opportunity? So for me, that's like one of the biggest things is having good, genuine people around you.
All right. Well, you guys just got finished watching the greatest podcast ever, Above the Rim, with Dwight Howard, where we hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. We had a great episode for y'all today, man. Shout out to my New Jersey co-host in the building, Moo Real.
Man. I ain't never got choked out neither.
That's because you was saying, I got asthma. I'm a dog.
I got asthma.
You doing all that talking, he wasn't choking.
Shout out to my other guests on the show, Keith Cologne, 10-0. Y'all got to check him out. And shout out to one of the greatest boxers in the history of boxing, man. Listen, let me tell y'all. So he fought against Floyd Frazier in his dreams, but it wasn't in real life.
I was like, what?
And he beat him. So y'all gotta check him out, man. Anyway, peace, love, and happiness, and we'll see you guys next.